Let's go, legends. Currently getting a little bit of a rejection here from the upside after claiming the highs. But I mean, we had a massively successful trade here as a Legends Pro community here to the upside. Right, this was basically the trading setup, and I will go through that in a moment. Nice little dump here now to the downside. Are we? The question is, are we forming bullish CVD? Just observing the price action here at the moment. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Let's see how this dump continues here to the downside. And what are the highest probable bouncing areas? What are the levels that I'm watching here at the moment? A successful trade in the bag. And as a day trader, you know, that's what you want. You want that massively successful trade for the day, close out the position, and then you wait for the next trading setup. Okay, so, I mean, what can I say? Beautiful trade here to the upside. And as you guys can see, I mean, I really took advantage of this trade here, right? When we completed this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 massive bullish CVD between this pivot and this pivot. There was just no ways that I was not going to take this trade here to the upside. I took the trade on Bluffin. I took the trade on Weeks. I took the trade on 𝗖𝗍. Okay, I took the trade on Bybit. I just took advantage of this trade here to the upside. It was just perhaps just for me an obvious trade here to the upside, but from an education perspective, I'll explain to you guys exactly why I took the trade over here. Took most of the profits when we claimed this pivot high over here on 𝗖𝗍, on Weeks, on Weeks, on Bluffin, and then I left some of the position open to come and claim the highs here on 𝗖𝗍, closed out the position, and also discussed it here on our Legends Pro community. Welcome to the live stream. I see you guys are starting to stream in over here. Let me switch my screens and just show everyone. Okay, and I'm sure Andy spoke about this trade as well. And right, where I told the legends 3:30 this afternoon, Central European time. Can you guys see 3:30? Just entered along here at the 0.786. Could be the completion of the 5-wave structure to the downside. Okay, can you guys see as we were tapping the 0.786 over here, took the trade on the completion of the 5th wave. I did get stopped out on the first attempt because I'm just aggressive like that. As price moved up, I protected my position. Price took the low again. I re-entered after I getting stopped out because I protect my cash. That's what I do as a trader. I protect my cash. Got stopped out and re-entered. Right. Now we need to look for that next trading setup. And yeah, I also posted the screenshots to the Legends Pro community saying, guys, I'm taking some profits over here because from a day trading perspective, that's what we do. We pay ourselves on the way up. It's never guaranteed that you're going to go and claim the high. And I left some of the positions open to go and claim the high, ultimately there to the upside. Also, we hit the VWAP over there, and the 4th wave high over there was the target for me to take majority of my profits. Now we need to assess what now, right? That is now the question. Up or down is always the question. Are we going to get a bounce from where we are right now? I do see some altcoins popping. Let me just switch my screen back over here. I do see some altcoins popping at the moment. Will Bitcoin give us another leg here to the upside? That is the question. So let me just hide all of these screenshots over here. Clean up the chart, right? Currently getting a little bit of a bouncy bounce. Will it be sustained? Just want to see, okay, taking a fib here from the low to the high. If we are, okay, going to create a 5-wave structure here to the upside, because at the moment it is awfully 3-wavy here to the upside. What do I mean by that? 1, 2, 3. Where's the 5th wave? Okay, so if we can find support here by the 50% Fibonacci, I want to see this level hold for a bounce to create a 5th wave, and then perhaps an ABC and continuation to the upside. So this is the structure that I'm now carefully monitoring, but we need to find support here at the 50% Fib level and this high, okay? And then the other question is, could we be forming a 1, 2, 1, 2? I don't like the size of this 1, 2. Generally speaking, from an Elliott wave perspective, when you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, you want this 1, 2 to be smaller than this 1, 2. It's not an invalidation. It's just preferred. It's recommended. It's more common. So I would like to see Bitcoin find support here by the 50% FIB level. And then perhaps if we do find support in this zone, not tapping the 0.618, I think we have a chance to potentially go back up, create the fifth wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then maybe have an ABC and continuation back to the upside. If we tap the 0.618, there's still a chance for a bounce to go and claim the highs over there. But you do increase the probabilities that this is a three-wave corrective structure, and we could make another three-wave corrective structure back to the downside. Okay. To come and claim this low once again, where the correction or the, as per the thumbnail, where the correction will continue and we're not getting that pump just as yet to the upside to go and claim the all-time highs. So this 50% FIB level, quite a critical area that I'm watching here at the moment. It needs to hold, okay, for us to create a 5-wave structure to the upside, a 3-wave corrective structure where you want to see bullish CVD against that pivot and this pivot once again for continuation back to the upside to go and do price discovery once again. Right, legends, smash up the like on your way in. Let me say hi to the beautiful community that's joining the live stream over here. Crypto Big Brains, hi legend, welcome to the live stream. I see you've been roping in the profits here at the moment. Olivier, first like, thanks for joining the stream. Box key works. Yeah, Devil, go, go, go. Mohammed, hey Devil, welcome to the live stream. Frank, hi Devil, the legends, hello, welcome. Mohammed, could I ask what is your price target on DOT? I will go through some altcoins in a moment. First, let's just do some technical analysis here on Bitcoin. I know that most of the people, around about 80 to 90% of the people that follow me here on YouTube are more interested in Bitcoin trading. Yes, it's nice to have those little spot bags, accumulation into your alts. So I'm going to focus a little bit here on Bitcoin, and then we can jump through some crazy altcoins, and I'll go through your requests and see if we can find a couple of gems that have not popped just as yet. I do see it looks like ETH is leaving the station, right? This is another long trade that I highlighted this morning in our Legends Pro community. I said, Legends, if we can break here successfully without claiming these lows, I think we have a chance to potentially come and claim the high, and this could be an epic trade to the upside. And what do I mean by epic? I mean, you play the breakout to the upside, that's more than a 10% trade, so you don't have to go crazy with leverage and capital because the percentage is absolutely insane. Where if you compare it to Bitcoin, we are trading small little percentages here. Even from this low that I took the trade here all the way to the upside was a 3% trade. Okay, so just imagine a nice little 10% move to the upside. You do have to be a little bit more patient for those moves. Okay, you have to sit, watch, be patient, let the trade play out. Don't do any crazy stuff by entering and exiting and entering and exiting. Okay, so let's see how this plays out. Also, what I did is when I saw that we got acceptance back here on ETH, okay, that's typically what I usually do. When we broke out here, I took the trade. I told the Legends Pro community this morning, I took the trade because I'm simply applying my trading strategy. If I know why I'm entering and I know where to put my stop loss and I know where to take profits, I apply my trading strategy. If I get stopped out, it happens. I get stopped out all the time. But I always lose less than what I could potentially make here to the upside. Okay, so I mean, this is a 3 risk to reward. So if I lose this trade and I win the next 3 risk to reward, it means that I'm still making double the amount that I've lost, plus it claws back my stop loss money. So currently almost, I mean, you guys can see where my stop loss is here on ETH, right? Almost got stopped out, okay, with this little pivot over here. And then when I saw we got the acceptance back below the trend, what I do is I adjust my trend. And then, okay, now this looks like the true breakout here to the upside. Bitcoin just needs to play ball. It needs to create a bullish structure here to the upside. Okay, dominance looks like it's kind of dropping here at the moment, giving the alts a little bit of a bounce here to the upside. So let's see how this plays out. It's simply applying the trading strategy, okay, knowing where to enter, why you're entering, where to put your stop loss, and where to take profits. Very important. Okay, right, legends, let's get back here onto the price of Bitcoin. Now, we need to get that bounce. I just want to see what CVD is doing over here. Okay, we do have some bullish CVD, okay, building at the moment. Between this pivot and where the low has been made at the moment, I can see some bullish CVD on blue over here, but that's the only confirmation that we have. I usually like a little bit of a double confirmation, okay, which we don't have on yellow. We also don't have, yeah, I mean, it didn't really create a pivot over there, but you could argue on white we do have bullish CVD, okay, against this pivot, because this pivot is, it is actually that pivot. Okay, so we don't have bullish CVD, but we do have some bullish CVD on blue there. Potentially the target, right, for this bullish CVD that's playing out is the highs. That is how CVD works. You target the highs, you have bullish CVD against these two pivots, but we only have one confirmation, so not really convincing. But I mean, we could get some upwards momentum. Currently getting the bounce at the moment, and it is that 50% FIP level that I've told everyone that I really want to see us hold. We need to hold that 50% FIP level to potentially still come and claim the high, and then maybe still have a deeper correction for continuation to the upside. Okay, unless we're just forming 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and we just smash the all-time highs and go to $100,000. I mean, you know, we are in bullish market structure. And also when I look at this entire structure here at the moment, you can see that there is massive, massive absorption of any retracement to the downside. So if I go here onto the 15-minute time frame, this is typically something that I keep an eye on, especially if you are in bullish momentum to the upside. Okay, can you guys see over here? When I look at the structure, just from a macro perspective, well, it's the 15-minute time frame, but when I look at this entire structure over here, you can see how CVD is absolutely tanking to the downside, which tells me that smart money is buying up every single dip aggressively, still expecting the price to go to higher levels. But it's not to say that you can't get a sweep of the lows. You stop everyone out, and then you continue the momentum, because local bullish CVD that's happening on the 3-minute and 5-minute time frame always takes priority over the larger CVD. But it's still interesting to note that with each higher low that we've made over here, CVD has been absolutely tanking to the downside. And this shows me that larger players, people that's trading with massive amounts of cash, are just absorbing every single dip and every single opportunity. So I can just imagine if price had to fall down here, how massively the CVD will just keep on tanking, buying up the dips aggressively for more momentum to the upside. Okay, but I mean, the low could be in right there. Okay, and we're just going to rampage here to the upside. The reason I also say, legends, that we could potentially make upwards corrections as per the thumbnail is that, do you guys remember, if I go back here, let's go to the 8-hour time frame and just look at the previous bullish structures that we saw here to the upside. Okay, just want to clean up the chart a little bit over here. Do you guys remember this? These parabolic moves here to the upside. Let's just take it here from September, okay? When bullish momentum aggressively starts to the upside, you can see that even the corrections went upwards, okay? It's something to remember when you have massive bullish momentum behind a specific price. Okay, you could have massive pumps, short little consolidations, massive pump, and this entire consolidation over here had an upwards correction. That was a nasty little grab. You sweeping up all the liquidity below these lows, but you can see the overall trend is still up, even though you're making a correction, because there's massive bullish momentum behind the price. So I wouldn't be surprised for us to repeat what happened over here. Okay, I just want, because I know there's a lot of people waiting for a deeper correction, and all I'm trying to say over here is you might not get it. Okay, you might get a correction like this inside of the structure where we are right now. Okay, you might just get the choppiness to the upside, the choppiness. Maybe we get lucky. You get that 1 week down, right? Just to go and grab the liquidity, stop out all the shorts, but you might not get it. And then you continue pumping to the upside. Definitely a possibility. There's massive bullish momentum behind this move at the moment. So it's just something to pay attention to, especially considering the massive bullish CVD that we have there at the moment. Okay, so let's just draw. I just want to make sure that this trend is nice. 3 touches. I mean, the momentum is very strong to the upside, legends. I'm not sure if price is going to come down home, okay, because that definitely will be a great buying opportunity if you come back to the home line for continuation here to the upside. But there's just massive absorption of shorts going on inside of this consolidation zone at the moment. Okay, let's go back here onto the 15-minute time frame. Are we holding the 0.5? Looks like we're still holding. Yes, looks like we're still holding there at the moment. Let me go through some comments and then we'll continue the technical analysis over here. Remember, guys, if you'd like to come and trade with me, okay, all those trades that I took here, okay, is down in the description for the exchanges that I use. Okay, I've got Bluffin. Really enjoying trading there at the moment because of that competition, the war of the whales that they've got running at the moment until the end of November. Still 23 days left, $1 million up for grabs. Go register for the competition, link down in the description. Also, you get that 10% cash back for the money that you put into your features account. So go and take advantage of this deal, okay? It's only until the end of November where you can take advantage of that 10% cash back by not even having to trade. I think that's absolutely amazing. And then you just use the cash back to trade with or to use it as fees. But I'm trading aggressively on Bluffin. Want to see if we can stick our hands there in the cookie jar and take advantage of this amazing deal. Right, then all the links that I use for my trading, or all the exchanges that I use for my trading, is Weeks, Bluffin, okay, Bybit, and 𝗖𝗍cie. These are the exchanges that I use, and a lot of people ask me, why do you use so many exchanges? Because I have burned my fingers in the past by having all my capital on one exchange. Okay, do you guys remember the FTX collapse? Was not a pretty sight. Okay, it was not a pretty sight. Okay, cool, legends. So now the question is the correction over? And do we have the potential to go and claim the highs? I think looking at the structure over here, okay, if we can form a 5-wave structure to the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we increase the probabilities that even with the retracement, which will most likely be bullish with nice bullish CVD against these pivots, we could get insane continuation back to the upside, where this will be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that could potentially take us close to $100,000. Okay, now the question is, okay, will this structure give it to us? I mean, it has the potential, but I want to see us claim this high once again before we claim the low. Okay, if we're going to start making a lower high and continue the momentum to the downside and take the low again, we might be in for a much longer range or correction before we go and take the high. Also, did you guys see where we got the rejection? Beautiful rejection here by the naked point of control. Okay, I spoke about this morning in our Legends Pro community, where when you have a high like this with a consolidation area, often, very, very often, when you tap that point of control where the most amount of volume was traded inside of this high consolidation, when you tap that level for the first time, can you guys see? Beautiful rejection. Okay. You tap it, you fall to the downside, you retest it, and bam. Okay. Beautiful short here. I was sleeping. I think I was sleeping during that time. I can't remember what I was doing, but I didn't take the short trade. Okay. I'm more interested in long trades here to the upside because I'm trading with the trend. It's in your best interest to look for longs. The trend is your friend until the very end. And the trend is still up. So it's still in your best interest to rather look for longs than trying to find little scalp shorts here to the downside, unless you are an experienced trader and you can manage your risk very well. I do see some of the Legends Pro community taking advantage of the shorts with good risk management. So congrats to you that are successfully shorting the market here in the uptrend. Donnie, I entered in ETH long 3x at 3120. Roundabout, yeah, just below. Beautiful trade, yeah. Okay, just make sure that you practice good risk management, and it just has to be said that pivots, I always look to the left for profit-taking areas, and these obvious pivots over here can offer rejection points. Okay, so although I'm targeting the high for a profit-taking area, if I see weakness at one of these pivots, I might take some profits because that's what I do as a trader. What's also interesting is if you take a FIB here from the high to the low, and when you have alignment with these pivots at specific FIB levels, that's where it becomes very interesting. And I can see here, if I take the scribble here out the way, that the 50% FIB level, okay, does have alignment with a high and with this consolidation area over here. So I wouldn't be surprised if ETH pumps up here and it finds a little bit of a correction. Hopefully it forms a higher low, keeping the structure bullish, and then continuation to the upside. I think if ETH can smash this resistance zone, okay, it has a high chance of claiming the high over here, because you can see resistance, okay, support, resistance. So if ETH can manage to break through this 50% FIB level, okay, it has a high chance of coming to claim the high at $3,500, give or take. I just give it a round number over there. Okay, so basically from a simplicity, someone is gossiping about me, Legends. I'm not sure if you guys know that saying that says if the tippy tip of your nose is itching, someone is gossiping about you. So very, very itchy here at the moment. KDA pumping. Yes, KDA is pumping here to the upside. I do have a KDA spot back that I bought last week when Andy spoke about it. Okay, so I did add some KDA to my spot bags, right? Not really interested in any day trades there at the moment. I just bought a little bit of a spot bag and just enjoying the momentum to the upside. So if it's pumping, great. Is it possible that ETH will reach 3,537? Yes, definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. Claiming the highs is around about the $3,500 area. And we have to acknowledge, let's first talk about the bullish case scenario, because I always love to talk about the bearish case scenario as well. I can't just be bullish, because if ETH just decides to make a nasty correction here to the downside, we need to know where to buy in, okay, to buy the dip, potential buy the dip opportunity. What I like about ETH is that you've had a massive impulse here to the upside. And after a massive impulse, what you want to see is a correction, okay? Hopefully, or preferably, from a timing perspective, you want to see a one-to-one relationship. We didn't really see that on ETH, but I know if there's massive bullish momentum behind a specific coin, you usually make the correction at the minimum time FIB perspective. So if I take a time FIB here, for example, from the low to the high that we've made, Let me just snap it on there. You can see that the low, this little low, was made after the minimum target, which is the 0.382 from a timing perspective. So I just want to highlight, preferably you want the low between the 0.618 and the 1-to-1 extension. So if ETH rejects, for example, let's say, play this out, it rejects by the 50% FIB level, and it falls down to come and claim these lows, and it then makes a low at the 1-to-1 extension, I'm going to be more bullish and I'll be more aggressive with a long entry here to the upside. Okay, and I really like this order block for potential buy the dip opportunity. So from a bearish case perspective, I knew I was going to talk about the bullish case scenario, but now I'm here on the bearish case scenario. If ETH rejects in the zone and it falls down, 1-to-1 extension together with a 0.618 finding support by the order block over here, okay, that would be a beautiful impulse correction continuation. And I mean, this bounce, or the bounce that is currently getting here, could be epic to the upside. So do I think that we can reach $3,700 with this bounce over here? Absolutely. Because now looking at the bullish case scenario, if I have to speculate that the low is in, okay, and this is why I have the trend, because I want to catch the breakout if my level gets front run. I mean, this was for me the better entry, the golden ticket. But I do acknowledge that the market is here to surprise us and to front run technical traders like myself. Okay, so what if we don't get the 0.618, we don't tap the order block, and we don't retest the trend that we've just broken out from? Okay, can you guys see this trend? Pivot, 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 breakout. Okay, after the fourth touch, we had the breakout here to the upside. So ideally, what you would like to see is a beautiful retest back to the downside. You see the breakout. It would be nice to get the retest and then continuation back to the upside. But I know that the market is here to front run us, and it can just continue the momentum here to the upside, giving us those shallow retracements, because that's typical bull market behavior. You get shallow retracements and it just leaves you behind, and that is why I apply the D-line strategy. Right, so from a bullish case perspective, when I look at the structure over here, let me just clean it up a little bit, take the FIBs out the way. If, okay, now we have to speculate. If this is the low for now, and we're not going to go lower on ETH, and we're going to continue the pump here to the upside, what I like to do is I like to take my trend-based FIB from the low of this impulse to the high, to the low that we've made over there. And obviously, if we fall down, I will just drag the FIB down to wherever the new low is being made. But if I look at the structure from a most bullish perspective, if this is indeed a 1, 2, and is creating a third wave here to the upside, it can even go to $4,700. Call me crazy, okay, it's just technicals. It can go to $4,700. Let's call it $4,800, where you form a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is if it's going to form a bullish 5-wave structure here to the upside. If it's going to form a corrective structure to the upside, which I mean by A, B, C, the most common C wave rejection area is at the 1-to-1 extension, which is still bullish at $4,000. So this what's happening here at the moment could be epic here to the upside, where I've got this mini trade over here, and I'm very happy with this trade. It's still a 10% trade here for me to the upside, but this could be an epic trade to at least $4,000 if this is the low. And if we do come down lower, tap the 0.618, find support by the order block, okay, I will be more bullish. I will be really more bullish, because then the structure has that beautiful 1-to-1 extension for momentum back to the upside. But I mean, we need to give the price the benefit, or the bulls the benefit of the doubt, to say that, well, what if that was the low, and the low did tap a common Fibonacci level? So when you take a Fib from the low to the high, we did tap the 0.382, which is a very common retracement target, especially if you have massive bullish momentum to the upside. So I have to, as a technical trader, I have to assume, because we have tapped a bullish retracement target, there is still a high probability to continue momentum here to the upside. Okay, it's not to say that we are just going to get those nice buy-in areas every single time. KDA, please, devil. Yes, I will go and look at that in a moment. In a moment, right? Just going through a little bit of Ethereum over here. Also, when just to wrap it up here on the price of Ethereum, when I switch on some weekly and daily levels, okay, the nice thing about ETH at the moment is it still has price action to the left. It still has price action. Where Bitcoin is in price discovery, ETH still has price action to the left, which provides us with levels of resistance that we can monitor for possible rejections. Because a little bit further up, okay, we have a daily level, untapped daily level at 3,378. Slightly above the highs, we have another daily level at 3,482. Then we have a strong level, a weekly level at 3,536. So I will be monitoring this trade to the upside if we do get momentum here to the upside to see how does price react at each level. Do we get high time frame candle closes above those levels, or do we leave wicks behind and closing the bodies below those candles? Okay, so still some areas to observe here to the upside, but it does have the potential to go to $4,000 with this breakout. Okay, it does have the potential, but I will be observing the price of ETH as we have the momentum there to the upside. Right, that is basically ETH. Just want to have a look here at Bitcoin. Is it finding support? It looks like it's finding support. Those do look like reversal candles or wicks to me. Okay, purely based on price action. I mean, I can be completely wrong over here, but this is often something that I look at is when you see price leaving these wicks behind, it looks like, you know, it's a rocket slowing down and it's finding upwards momentum again. Okay, buying pressure is kicking in here, leaving the wicks behind, which means that we could potentially get another pump here to the upside to at least come and claim these highs once again at $92,600. So let's see if, you know, by me just observing the price action over here, if we do actually go up and claim the highs. I do see that play out often. Do you guys see here as well? Okay. You leave those wicks behind. It's often a sign of a reversal. Buying pressure is kicking in. It's buying up the price and it leaves those wicks behind. Right. And that's kind of what it's looking at, what it looks like here at the moment. Just want to see what CVD is doing. Let's go back here onto the 3-minute time frame. I just want to see if I spot any bearish CVD or any weakness at the moment. Oh, ever so slight bearish CVD on blue. Okay, ever so slight bearish CVD on blue. If we can claim this pivot over here, if we can claim this pivot, right, we will invalidate this bearish CVD that's building up here at the moment. There is some slight bearish CVD, of which the target is the low. So if the bearish CVD plays out, you take the low and you can continue momentum back to the upside. Right, it's actually quite aggressive here on blue. You can see there's some aggressive longs entering here at the moment, and CVD is showing it. Okay, aggressive longs are entering at the moment, but let's see. I mean, I do see a reversal on price action. Okay, just want to go back here onto the 5-minute time frame. I want to just see where this retracement is. It still at the 50%? Yes, still at the 50%. Looks like it wants to continue here to the upside. I closed. Let me just make double sure. Yes, I closed my long position at the highs on all of the exchanges. So I took most of the profits. So I'm not in any trades at the moment except for ETH And COTI, I'm actually in a COTI trade as well. Okay, currently nibbling the trend over here. So this is basically the trading setup that I'm looking at for COTI. Nibbling there at the trend. Okay, I'm expecting a little bit higher, tight little stop loss, 3 risk to reward. Only time will tell whether this is going to play out. But what I like here about COTI on the 4-hour time frame, okay, this is just a small little leverage trade. I do have a spot bag of COTI. I do have a spot bag of COTI, so I'm not really interested to add more to my spot bags. I'm happy with what I've got, but I do like the breakout of the bullish pennant. And you've had this beautiful retest, okay, still forming higher lows, higher low, higher low, and perhaps the momentum can then continue to come and claim these highs at least. So this could be a nice 3 risk to reward trade, 3.26 risk to reward. But if the breakout is successful here and aggressive to the upside, I just want to put it out there that this trade has the potential to go and claim the highs. It does have the potential to go and claim the highs. 121 risk to reward, only time will tell. Okay, but I mean, as a day trader, I'm being conservative. Okay, I get in, I take my profits, I get out, I wait for the next trading setup. Perhaps price breaks out, and this is usually what I wait for. Price breaks out, okay, it forms a consolidation. Devil will be there with his D-line strategy, playing the next breakout, okay, taking profits by the highs, waiting for the next trading setup. That's just what I do as a day trader, okay. My spot bags must just run. They must just run to the upside. Absolutely just run. Okay, so this is a small little trade that I'm watching here on COTI, and it does look like it's still ready, okay, or it looks like it wants to go. It looks like it wants to go. Not really convincing. I didn't play a big position over here, but it looks like it could potentially continue the momentum here to the upside because ETH is showing some bullish momentum, still pumping. Dominance is dropping here at the moment, so it could give some love to the alts, even if Bitcoin is consolidating over here. And right, it would be interesting to see us claim this high once again in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, or this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, and it's just gonna leave the station. But I would personally like to see a little bit of a 5-wave structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You claim the liquidity, you get acceptance back below, you make people bearish again, people start shorting, you make that beautiful 3-wave structure, and then you continue momentum to the upside. Nice bullish CVD building up against these pivots. That would be absolutely fantastic to see. Okay, let me go through some more comments. And we can also go and have a look at KDA. I know everyone is extremely bullish on KDA. Oof, here's another trade that I took. But I already took profits by the highs. I already took profits here by the highs. Okay. I really like these breakouts. It's one of my favorite strategies is when you see, where's my comments? Okay. When I see a breakout, and maybe I missed it, okay? When I see a breakout and I see a beautiful retest that forms a higher low and there's another trend forming, I really like these breakouts. I really, really love them. You miss the breakout, you're not sure. You see the retest, you're still not sure. And then you're like, hang on, I can play this breakout, right? So I already closed my position over there on the near trade here to the upside. And it looks like it's on its way to go and claim the highs. Okay, so not in a trading zone for me at the moment. This is, as price is pumping, you make popcorn and you watch and enjoy the momentum to the upside. It's not in a trading zone at the moment. You missed the breakout, okay? I do not FOMO into trades because you don't want to be the person that buys it over here. Now you're underwater stressing, like stressing your ass off because maybe you didn't practice good risk management. Price maybe comes back for a retest and then it continues back to the upside, still creating higher lows. Okay. And most people will most probably cash out over there because they can't take the knock on the chin from a stop loss perspective or liquidate their accounts. Oh, nasty week there to the upside. I still think it has a chance. I still think it has a chance. Let's see how this plays out. 𝗬𝗚𝘆𝗽, please chart Brett. I entered and got stopped. Okay. Brother, what about Omni and AVAX? Please open Brett. Everyone wants their favorite altcoin. Thanks, 𝗬𝗚𝘆𝗽. But isn't the 1 minute time frame had a 5-wave scenario for BTC? 1 minute time frame, 5-wave scenario for BTC. I don't see 5 waves with this momentum here to the upside just as yet, because if you counting this as a, you can even let's say you count it from here 1 2, if you counting this as a 3 4 5, this 4th wave is incredibly short compared to your 2nd wave, and ideally it is longer in time, okay, or at least the same length. I will not count that. There's a saying in Elliott wave theory that states that when you zoom into the 15-minute and 1 hour time frame, if you cannot clearly see a structure on larger time frames, okay, trust the structure that you see on the larger time frame. Because if I look at this structure on the 15-minute time frame, okay, it looks like a 1 2 3. Okay, there's nothing there. Yes, you have to zoom into the smaller time frames to potentially see a consolidation over there. But then, you know, I always fall back onto Elliott wave theory, where they say when you zoom out of a structure on the larger time frames and you cannot clearly see the waves, it's not a proper wave. But yeah, I can see a 1 and a 2. And I can even see maybe another 1, 2, 3, but I cannot see a 5. I cannot see a 4. Okay, so for me, this is not a 5 structure to the upside. This looks like a 3-wave structure at the moment. If it can take the high, then it's a 5-wave structure. Right. And I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm just saying it's a game of probabilities. Okay. Let's go and look at some altcoins for the legends in here. I know you guys want to look at your favorite altcoins. Let's look at, what is that thing called? KDA. KDA. USDT. I think it's pumping at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. KDA is almost 10% up here to the upside. Oof. I mean, it is ready. It is getting ready. I really like what I see over here. Beautiful SFP, like I've highlighted over here. You know, that's just such a classic move where you have a massive impulse to the upside. You have the correction. You have people consolidating and buying back, you know, filling up their spot bags. And where do they put their stop losses? Below the recent low, okay? And then what happens? You stop them out, you get acceptance back above, okay? Making them extremely bearish, and then you get the continuation. You break trend, you make a higher low compared to this low, and now you continue momentum here to the upside. So, I mean, what more can I say? There's not much more to say over here, okay? KDA is not a coin that I will trade from a day trading perspective. This is why I loaded my spot bags with this breakout over here. Okay, so I'm currently just enjoying the momentum here to the upside. We are hitting some resistance. Okay. The more times you tap this little boxy over here, you can see the underbelly resistance. Okay. Nice little resistance area that we're chopping into right now. So we're either going to get another rejection, okay, like we did, rejection, rejection. We could get another rejection. Maybe you make that higher low and you pierce through on the next attempt, or we just smash through right now. You flip it into support, RS flip, okay. Resistance, resistance, resistance. You break out, you flip it into support for continuation to the upside. I do see the potential for a nice little pump over here. Okay, looking at this structure, definitely it has the potential. Another thing I quickly wanted to work out over here is if I take this wave from the low to the high to the low, it has the potential, if this continuation, if this breakout continues here to the upside, okay, it has the potential to come and claim the 1.618 as a minimum target basically this area over here. Can you guys see resistance support right here by the 1.618? And that is still how far away from the price action do we have now? That's 50% away, right? But we need to break this resistance. There's not much else to really analyze here on KDA, legends. Not much else, okay? We have created the low. We have a beautiful consolidation area, okay, which is accumulation. This zone over here is still considered accumulation. And while you are trading in this zone, it's still considered a great load up zone from a spot perspective, okay? Expecting that momentum here to the upside, or we come back down, you know, we keep on ranging. We keep on ranging before we get the breakout. But this is a great accumulation zone over here. And it looks like KDA wants to leave the zone. It really looks like it's forming triple 1-2s. It looks like 1-2, 1-2, 1. Okay, could be, or this is a 1-2, 1-2, and this is the start of a third impulsive wave here to the upside. It looks like it's ready. It looks like it's ready. Let's see. Okay, but like I said, I've got my spot bags. I'm just going to enjoy the momentum here to the upside. This is not a day trading coin for me. I don't like the way that it respects price action on the smaller time frames. It's too wicky. It's too wicky for me, okay, from a day trading perspective. If it's your cup of tea, by all means, apply your trading strategy with good risk management, but it's not a great day trading coin. Okay. Still continuing momentum here to the upside. Chainlink pumped. TA, please. Sin Games, thought on media coin 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽𝗍. Let's do, which one did you say? Took your vet trade setup on Friday. We're still on track for 1.6. Yes. Still looking at Fetch. So many requests. Okay, there's my trading setup on Fetch. I'm still in that trade. Yes, I'm still in that trade. Okay, I'm also in a COTI trade. I'm still in the Fetch trade. And a couple of other trades as well, but small little positions, not large positions, because I realized that the percentage moves are quite insane here to the upside. So, I mean, yes, I think this is the trade that if I'm not mistaken, this is the trade that I spoke about on Friday. You have your stop below the lows, you're breaking trend, okay, beautiful retest, and now it looks like it wants to continue here to the upside. Obviously, this is a no trading zone. If you missed the retest or you missed the breakout, okay, you just significantly reduce your risk to reward, okay? It doesn't make the risk to reward worth it. So, I mean, you needed to get in already, right? If your trading strategy is a FOMO trading strategy and you are successful at it, by all means, go ahead, knock yourselves out. Okay, that's not how I trade. If I miss the trade, I look for next trading setup. I look for a different altcoin, like ETH that's popping here to the upside that I highlighted this morning to the pro community. Okay, there was a breakout, beautiful breakout that happened this morning on ETH, and it has the potential to come and claim the high. COTI nibbling at the trend. It looks like it wants to go. Okay, there's a next trading setup. You might not win all of them, but as long as you practice good risk management and risking not more than what you can afford to lose, okay, if you burn your account with your stop loss, you're making a big mistake. You're trading with way too much capital. Your leverage is way too high. Okay, if you burn a 10-20% hole or even liquidate your account when your stop loss gets hit, you do not know how to trade. And I get a lot of personal messages sometimes from people saying that, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽𝗍, I took that trade that you highlighted, I got stopped out, I lost all of my money. And I'm like, well, I told you to practice good risk management. I told you not to risk more than what you can afford to lose. You should typically, okay, from a round number perspective, never lose more than 1% of your portfolio when you get stopped out. Maximum 2 to 3%, depending on how confident you are in the trade. Okay, you should still have lots of capital to trade the next trading setup that makes back the profits plus, or makes back the stop loss plus profits in the bag. If you are not trading like that and you get stopped out once, twice, or 3 times and you have no more money left, you need to change your trading strategy. You need to fix your risk management. Okay. Right. So currently just enjoying the momentum here up on Fetch at the moment. Right. I wanted to go to what else do we have here in the comment section. Sin Games, you asked for media. I haven't heard about media yet. Media. Have I ever charted media? Mevia? Mevia? Media? I don't see any media here. Is that the ticker? If you can just give me the ticker over here. Let's do this. Coin. Gecko. ETH touched 0.88 from last low. What is the probability of going down? Yes, there is a probability, but I still play the momentum, and this is why, okay? When I see probabilities like this, I agree with you. When I see this, it makes me nervous, okay? Where you have 0.88 touch, you have a 0.88 touch, maybe you even have a 0.88 touch over here. And when I do see the breakout, I risk way less capital. So if I would have risked a maximum of 3% for this trade, I will risk 0.5% for this trade because of the probabilities that I see over here, where you could reject, come back down, sweep up the lows, and then get the blast off to the upside. So because of the probabilities down here, I will still enter, but with less capital. That's what I do from a trading perspective. Okay, but I mean, there's a couple of other trades that looks way better at the moment. Oh, I wanted to have a look here at media. Maybe, just to find the ticker over here. Media. Oh, which one? Media licensing token, legacy media. Is it this one? Media network. I'm not sure which one you're referring to. Okay, maybe we can come back to that. Media USD. Media USD. Why do I not find it? Media. It's not on my list for some reason. It's not on my list, Mr. Sin Games. I'm not sure why. Okay, maybe we can have a look at it at some other time, but I can't see it. Okay, cool. Let's go through Brett. I know there's been a lot of requests for Brett. Oops. Where's Mr. Brett? I do have Brett in my spot bags. I only have 2. Well, no, I've got 𝗖𝗍 as well. I've got 3 meme coins in my spot bags. I've got Brett. Yes, I have to go search for that thing again. I've got Doge and I have 𝗖𝗍. Let's try again. Brett, let's go. I mean, wow. The trade that I highlighted a couple of months ago played out. Legends, I highlighted this trade. Let me see if I can find it quickly over here. Let me switch back. I mean, that is just absolutely Brett. I might have to go back a little bit. For the legends, for the pro community over here, you know that I highlighted Brett when it was at the bottom. I mean, you guys can see all the alpha that I provide over here, all the trading setups. It's just absolutely insane. But I want to show you guys this, okay? I want to show you guys this. And this is where I bought Brett as part of my spot bags. Theta. What was this? That was not Brett. That was not... Cannot like to have been Brett. But I mean, it is here, legends. It is... Oh, here we go. Brett. Can you guys see where I highlighted Brett? And this was already TP1, where I said I highlighted Brett over here when it was breaking out over here. When we reached the 0.382, I said TP1 hit. Okay, we need to take a little bit off the table. And now it's here. It's here now. right? The trade played out, but I do believe it can go a little bit higher. Okay, I've got that 1-to-1 extension marked out at 23 cents. So this trade, I mean, when did I highlight this trade? It is 15th, I mean, TP1 got hit on the 15th of October. So it must have been like 10 or 20 days before that, even where I highlighted the bread trade. So for those of you that did take the bread trade here on the Legends Pro community, well done. Like really well done. That's where I added it to my spot bags. And it's just been absolutely crazy here to the upside. I mean, I'm not gonna go look for it now. All right. I did highlight it. The pro members should know that I did highlight it, but I mean, what an absolute pump here to the upside. My entry price was at 86 cents. And I mean, where price is at the moment, that's an 88% pump. Absolutely insane here at the moment. Right. Now, the question is, are you too late? Right? Because this is, I mean, look at the breakout over here, guys, is that there was the breakout. There was the retest. If you missed these entries, there was another trend. Okay. Broke out again. If you missed this entry, there was another trend. Broke out again. And then when you zoom into the smaller time frames, there was another a bullish pennant here to the downside. Bullish pennant. Okay. You broke out. Now, maybe there's another trend forming over here. Okay. Doesn't look like this trend is finished forming. So I will just keep an eye on this trend as it, as price action develops over here. Not a beautiful trend, but I mean, let's see, maybe against this pivot over here, right? You play the breakouts because then you know where to put your stop loss. That's the beauty about playing the breakouts and not FOMOing into trades, is you sit on your hands and you wait, because price can dump over here and then you aggressively bought in over here, FOMOing into the trade where you could have gotten a better entry at this consolidation area. Okay. You then play the breakout, you know where to put your stop loss, you know why you are entering, and you know where to take profits. So not really a trade here at the moment on Brett. Okay. That's basically what I see at the moment. But for those of you that did take the Brett trade that I highlighted a couple of months ago, well done. Well done. Dump here to the downside. Are we making bullish CVD? That is the question. Oh, we're making bearish CVD. We're making bearish CVD. So we could continue momentum here to the downside. Okay, SFP from the high over here. Can you guys see how beautifully CVD actually plays out? We had bearish CVD as price was crawling up here against this pivot. Okay, on blue. Very aggressive bearish CVD. Okay, you SFP from the high and then you get momentum to the downside. And now as price is falling, you are still forming bearish CVD, which tells me big possibility to claim the lows once again. Okay, and this is this is the beauty about CVD, is that you can see in real time what are the probabilities of moving up or moving down at the moment. And what I'm seeing yet, how confusing. Just created bearish CVD, now we're creating no bullish CVD just as yet. Okay, but I do think that there's a chance to come and claim this low based on this bearish CVD over here. It looks very three wavy at the moment. Okay, legends, if we do not claim this high before we claim this low, okay, actually the 786, I don't want to see us go lower than the 786. If we do not claim the high before we claim $90,000 300, the probabilities increase that we could continue the range before we take the all-time high once again. Okay. Right, let's go through some more comments over here. Can you look at no spamming, please? Everyone just wants their favorite altcoin here. Chainlink. Yes, I don't mind having a look at Chainlink. Okay, Mr. Chainlink over here. Link 11%. Nice little pump here to the upside. Trade played out to perfection. This was a trade that I highlighted. When did I highlight this trade? I highlighted this trade on the 15th of November. On the 15th of November. Okay, beautiful breakout. beautiful breakout. You know where to put your stop loss. You know where to enter. You know why you're entering. You know where to take profits. Okay, so this is now a successful trade. If you want to leave some of the position open for higher levels, knock yourself out, but please pay yourself, because you don't want to get stopped out and you're like, I had profits, now I have nothing. Okay, so please pay yourself on the way up, especially from a day trading perspective. From a spot perspective, I still see loads of momentum and potential to the upside. I mean, it looks like it's just getting started. Okay, I mean, I know it looks like an absolute mess over here, legends, but I often speak about the scenario, okay? If you have a spot bag of Link, I think it's going to get really, really interesting very quickly here on the price of Link, okay? If you think this was bullish, you wait and see. Because if this is a 1 and this is the 2, third waves are way more aggressive than this, what you saw over here, a wave 1. Okay, they are way more aggressive and they often leave people behind not knowing where to buy in, and they start FOMOing into the trade. Okay, and this is why the D-line strategy is so important to me, because it teaches you how to get into price action even when it's rampaging to the upside. You sit on your hands, you wait for the consolidation, you play the breakout. For example, if you missed the breakout over here, you missed the retest, there was now another trading setup that I just looked at over there on the 1 hour time frame. But I mean, I have a bullish target of $100 for Link. Some people call me crazy, but it's purely based on technical analysis. And the scary part is that is my most conservative target. It can go much higher. What I want to show you guys over here is, I will go back to Link in a moment, but I want to compare it to 𝗬𝗍𝗍. Okay. For those of you that do not believe me how aggressive a third wave is, I want to show you a third wave. Let me show you here on the daily. Do you guys see Mr. 𝗬𝗍𝗍? Okay, let me take the scribble out because I have showed this during my last live stream as well, but I don't mind, right? Can you guys see this? Well, let me take a proper Elliott wave count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I want to show you guys this. When I take a fib extension from the low to the high to the low to measure where the third wave can go, look at how aggressive it went here to the upside. Okay, I had it on the wrong scale. Okay, there's your mini wave 1 here. Can you guys see? There's your wave 1 and 2. Look at this incredibly impulsive third wave here to the upside that smashed the 1.618, 2.618, 3.618. It just, I mean, I don't even have targets above the 5.618 because it's very rare that you see mature markets supersede the 5.618. And 𝗬𝗍𝗍 went here, I think, to the 8.618, where it finally finished the third wave. So I just want to show you guys how aggressively impulsive a third wave can be to the upside. So when I go and take this back to the price of Link, for example, the targets that I'm sharing with people usually on my live streams are conservative targets. I am taking the first 1.618 over here. So when I look at Link here on the 3-day chart and I see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I mean, it's going to take many years, most probably 2035 for this wave 5 to finish over here. But when I look at the mini structure that's forming over here, okay, 1, 2, remember 𝗬𝗍𝗍, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, that's my minimum target at $100. But it's not to say that it has to stop at $100. Third waves can be very explosive to the upside. And we just have to consider, what if this third wave goes to the 2.618, the 3.618, the 4.618, okay, and 𝗬𝗍𝗍 even went higher than the 5.618. So we don't know. Technically, we do not know how long this third wave is going to be and how explosive it's going to be. But as a minimum target, people are calling me batshit crazy to say that, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, no one is expecting $100 link. How on earth are you expecting $100 link? And I'm showing you guys now that's my conservative target. Because if I compare it to 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽, for example, I'm telling you guys that that is my link target over there. It might do this. Okay, but I'm not going to be here on the stream telling everyone that we are going to hit the 5.618 on link and then we don't hit that level, okay, which is at $50,000. No, that is absolutely insane. I can't do that, right? Conservatively, $1 to $100, you're potentially going into your bear market over there when we form this fourth wave to the downside. You then create 5 inside of the bigger 3, 4, 5. And so from a spot bag perspective, long term, I'm extremely bullish on Link from a long term perspective, because I'm not saying that we are going to get a $1,200 Link during this cycle, because this is a 3-day chart. Remember, this is a 3-day chart. So from 2016, okay, is where up until 2021 is when we formed the first initial leg up. Then we went into the bear market, okay, well, to the bear market. Then we had that long consolidation area. Then we formed our first wave, 1, 2, and I'm expecting for this cycle to at least hit $100 to complete this third wave. And then we can go into a bear market again to complete the fourth wave. And then we go for the fifth wave to the upside. So long term, I'm very bullish on Link. And I don't think I will sell it anytime soon. Okay. I think Link is one of those that I potentially will not take profits on. I will just leave it. It's an investment bag for one day when I retire. Okay. I'm very bullish on Link. Okay, so that is some nice little technical analysis here on Link. Currently getting the bounce. The bullish CVD did play out because we took the low. Remember, that was the target for the bearish CVD, is taking the low. Now it can continue again. And if you build up more bearish CVD as price moves up, then you're going to take the low again. Okay, so as long as we don't form bearish CVD with this little bounce that we're seeing at the moment, we have a chance to come and claim the highs. Luckily, we did not tap the 0.618 just as yet, because I want to see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I would like to see a 5-wave structure. But I mean, if it retraces deeper to the 618, it could potentially be more bullish, where you're forming a 1, 2, 1, 2, which I still think has a lower probability, because this 1, 2 is larger than this 1, 2. I just don't like that. Okay, still didn't tap to 0.618. Let's see. CVD, still neutral at the moment. I don't see any bearish CVD, but now you guys can see how powerful CVD, cumulative volume delta, you can see how powerful it is. Okay, against this pivot over here, price moves up. It forms insane bearish CVD, which shows me smart money is absorbing the longs. They want price to go down. Okay, maybe they didn't fill all their bags here to the upside. What happens is you swing failure from the high, you claim the target, which is the low. Now this bearish CVD played out. I don't look at it anymore. Okay, now I want to see fresh CVD form over here to analyze what is happening. So against this pivot, I'm now interested in CVD. Yeah. Would be nice to get the bounce here to the upside. Not please. Can you link the CVD site? Yes, down in the description of this video, this YouTube video that you're watching right now, you scroll down and you will see your CVD site. That's where you get the CVD. If you want the script that shows you the lines that I have over here, because it won't look like this on the default settings, you need to join our free Discord community. First link down in the description to go and join our free Discord community. You don't have to be a paid member to get access to the script. It's for free. Okay. So you can join our Legends Discord community, and then we will share the script there with you guys. Okay, cool. And remember, legends, if you want to come trade with me, load up your bags. The links for the exchanges that I use is down in the description. That is where you qualify for the biggest discounts on trading fees, like weeks over here. 0% make a fee, 0.04% take a fee. One of the exchanges with the lowest fees besides 𝗞𝗍cie. Okay, but you only need an email or phone number and a password to sign up here and start trading, right? Still bluffing. They've got that war of the whales happening at the moment. Go sign up, register for the competition. Let's trade for some amazing prizes together. And right, it's also your way to support the channel, but you also get the best sign-up bonuses and lowest fees by using the links down in the description. Okay, if you go and Google these exchanges and sign up by yourself, you're not going to get these deals. Okay, we speak to the partners and they give us these deals to give to you guys. You support the channel and we give you better sign-up bonuses and lower fees to trade with by using the links down in the description. That's, the one hand washes the other hand. That's how it works. So you do benefit from using the links down in the description. It costs you nothing extra. Okay. Right. Like the little bounce here to the upside. Really like it. Really like it. It also looks like a nice little three-wave structure. Okay. That's what I like to see. It looks like a beautiful three-wave structure. Where's my pen? You have an impulse. You have a three-wave corrective structure. Look more like a running flat over there, actually. Okay, running flat, three-wave corrective structure. You have an impulse, you have a three-wave corrective structure. So hopefully that's the end, and we're going to come and claim the high. As long as we don't form berry CVD on the way up, we have the potential to go and claim that high. The worst thing is I gave setups on Discord. Some games. Damn, I just longed 90 based on the 𝗞𝗐 alpha. Right, legends. I mean, legends, I always say, okay, and I don't like to always talk about it because I don't like people FOMOing into trades. But I always say, if you can catch any trade, okay, with great risk management, it is worth a trade. Definitely worth a trade. So, I mean, if you're a swing failure fanatic and you see this, you dip below, you get acceptance back above, you enter, you target the highs. I mean, what a beautiful trade. Even if you're targeting this pivot because you don't believe we're going to come claim the highs. I mean, look at the risk to reward. 6.44 risk to reward. And I always say, if you are able to sniper trades like this with great risk management, you enter, you put your stop loss, you move into the green, you protect your position, which is now a free trade to the upside. And you don't even have to be aggressive in terms of I'm only going to take profits by the high. You can pay yourself on the way up because it's a free trade at the moment. It's a great trade. Okay. You know why you are entering. You know where to put your stop loss and you know where to take profits. It's a great trade. You don't have to know all the technical analysis and Fibonacci's and all the rest of it. There's an interesting podcast that I listened to a couple of years ago already, where they had an experienced trader, a couple of experienced traders trading against people that know nothing about technical analysis. But the one rule the people that knew nothing had to follow, okay, is not more than a 1% loss per trade. That was the one rule. They didn't know anything about trading, but they were not allowed to lose more than 1% per trade from a stop loss perspective. And the people that knew nothing about technical analysis kicked the people's asses that knew technical analysis and have been trading for a long time. Because the people that's been trading with a long time didn't get given any rules. They could go crazy, 100x, 200x, liquidate their accounts. They could do whatever they wanted. And the people that knew nothing about technical analysis, that applied good risk management, still outtraded the people that knew technical analysis. Very interesting podcast. Okay. So if you think we'll reach all-time high before the correction. So do you think we will reach an all-time high before the correction? Well, I'm not sure what you mean, because Bitcoin is already in price discovery. So do you refer to specific altcoin? So you need to be more specific with that question. Okay. Right. And also, what is your definition of the correction? Because this, what you see right here, okay, is a correction. We had a massive pump here to the upside. Okay. We had a massive pump on Bitcoin to the upside, and this is a corrective structure. So, you know, this is a correction, and we could potentially continue momentum to the upside, or continue the correction until we build up momentum and continue. Right. So I'm not sure I understand that question 100%. Do you use market buys or limit buys on SFPs? Always market buys. That's the best buys, is market buys. Okay. SFPs, I mean, you might have success with SFPs, okay, using limit orders. I don't like it because you don't know where to put your stop loss. You can guess, but a guessing game gets you into trouble very quickly, because if you wanted, for example, let's use a nice SFP over here, okay? This was a beautiful SFP from this naked point of control over here. Okay, this was a beautiful SFP. So what could have happened is that, okay, you sometimes get lucky, right? The SFP is inside of this consolidation zone. So some traders, and I used to do this as well, you put a limit order over here, and then you get lucky, tick, okay, you get lucky, limit order gets hit, price doesn't even move much higher, and you take your profits here by the lows, okay? You start seeing bullish CVD, you close your position, you take profits. Your fees are nice and low because you entered a limit order. The fees are generally much, much lower on limit orders, but the opposite happens more often, is that you get the rejection, okay? Price retraces, it goes up, okay? You're underwater, it either liquidate your account, okay? Where do you put your stop loss? So for me, the 3 W's are so damn important, okay? So you're ticking why I'm entering, okay? SFP, potential SFP. Where do you put your stop loss? How far or how much capital are you prepared to lose? Because what if, okay, your liquidation price is over there for the position? Maybe you're playing 2% of your capital at 200x leverage. Price moves against you, liquidates your position, and then falls down. Okay, that's why I don't like limit orders for swing failure patterns. Hate it. Yes, you do get lucky trades where you do make some cash, and maybe you put a stop loss. Okay, you get lucky, your stop loss doesn't get hit, and you are in the trade and you make money here to the downside. But more often than not, sometimes it can overshoot, like what happened. There was another SFP over here. This is a beautiful example. If you placed for this, and I know Andy spoke about this swing failure on his Sunday live stream, okay? If you placed a limit order over there, that was a nasty trade. Where do you put your stop loss if you have a limit order? As price is falling, it buys you into the position, but then it moves against you. Where did you put your stop loss? So you either get stopped out and price leaves without you, or you liquidate your position. It's just I've just never had success on a consistent basis with limit orders. And this is why I like to be in front of the chart when I play specifically swing failure patterns. I like to be in front of the chart because I can market execute. I know the fees are higher when you market execute, but I can be sniper. I can watch the price reaction. I know where to put my stop loss. I can immediately move my stop loss to break even. Okay, I can manage my trade so much better when I'm in front of the chart. Yes, I often say let the trade play out. Okay, so you then leave the trade to go and hit your TP areas, but you know you are now inside of a free trade, and you've been able to manage your position a lot better by trying to use market limit orders. Sorry, limit orders. Okay, yes, I mean Bitcoin, but more like a bigger correction downwards. around 30. I'm not a professional, but you already said that we are currently in a further upwards phase, right? Yes. Okay, so maybe let's quickly have a look here at, I want to show you guys quickly the daily time frame over here. Okay, let's take stock of where we are on the larger time frames, because there are people that get lost in terms of where we are and where we could go, right? So let me discuss the Elliott wave scenario over here, which I've got mapped out. Okay, so looking at Bitcoin here on the daily time frame. Let me see if I have it over here. I do have it. Yeah, no, not that one. Bullish. Here we go. Okay, so this is the conservative bullish case scenario that we're watching here on the price of Bitcoin. Okay, where you basically have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can go and take a fib expansion and work out the target for my fifth wave. So I can take a fib from the low of 1 to the high of 3 to the low of 4. And then I will get some targets for my fifth wave. The fifth wave a common fifth wave target is by the 0.618 at $130,000, right? So now I have a target for my fifth wave, and now I have this bullish structure, which is now potentially forming the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 here to the upside to go and complete the fifth wave. So this structure is still very much intact from an Elliott wave perspective. Tick. Now, this small little structure over here, okay, this little structure over here now needs to support the fifth wave, okay, where you want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to see a 5-wave structure inside of this structure. So now I can go here onto the hourly time frame. Well, let's go to the 4-hour, switch off that scenario just to clean it up a little bit over here. Okay, now we can look at this structure. Okay, so this is potentially a 1, 2, 1, 2, and this is a third wave here to the upside. And the most amount of volume is usually in your third wave. You can see the most amount of volume here at the moment was in this move here to the upside. So you would still expect, because you see a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 here to the upside, one could even argue there's also a 1, 2. So you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 that's just rampaging here to the upside. What you would like to see in the structure is, as soon as you start seeing a large consolidation area, a large consolidation or sideways range, then you are now forming a fourth wave. Okay, so you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you would still expect this structure to repeat itself to the upside. So what you still want to see is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, because the structure has to end the way that it started. Okay. So as long as we don't see a large correction, okay, that mimics these corrections over here, and it just makes small little consolidations, okay, if price had to continue here to the upside, and then it makes another small little consolidation and it continues to the upside, this is still part of the third wave to the upside. Okay, it's still part, it's still rampaging to the upside, and it's still part of the third wave. There's no fourth wave just as yet. So as long as these consolidation areas stay small and price keeps on pumping, small little consolidation, pumping, small little consolidation, it's still 3. It's still part of 3. And then only once you get those large consolidations, now you can start calling it 4. So it's not easy, but basically what you want to see, if I go back here onto the daily time frame, something very important that I'm watching to see that how bullish is this momentum going to get to the upside is volume. I am looking at volume. Okay, so to give you guys an idea of what I'm looking at over here, if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, usually what happens is in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the most amount of volume is in your third wave. Okay, and when you draw a line over there, when you make another high on lower green volume, which we are doing at the moment, okay, it's lower green volume. It means that this could be a simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you find another bear market to the downside. If while we are pumping here to the upside, this volume starts increasing and it takes this level, and we now have higher volume over here, it means that we are now facing a more bullish structure here to the upside, which can then result in a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 to the upside, 4, 5, 4, 5, and we can go potentially even to $300,000. So as long, basically what I'm highlighting over here is this is why I'm keeping a critical eye on volume here at the moment. The third wave was made on high volume. And if we continue pumping here to the upside and we reach $130,000 with still lower volume over here compared to this volume, there's a high chance, a high probability that this is the end of the bull market and we're going to go into a bear market once again. Okay, so it is it is very important for me to observe the price action over here. And if this volume starts increasing and superseding this volume over here, this is where things get really crazy to the upside, which I would love to see happen. Okay, that is the preferred scenario here to the upside, is the 112 combo. Okay, yes, I am on the log scale, where we could see some crazy price action here on the price of Bitcoin, okay, where this is basically a 1, 2, 1, 2, and this is only the start of insane price action to the upside, where we are now busy with a larger third wave, and third waves are extremely bullish, like I've shown you on Pepe, okay. Doesn't have to stop over here. It can still go much higher. But you're expecting, at least for the third wave, you're expecting already like $170,000. Then you make that fourth wave and another fifth wave here to the upside that takes us to around about $380,000. So a 112 combo is way more bullish, but I'm watching this wave to see if volume is going to increase, because in this scenario, the third wave has to have the most amount of volume compared to this wave over here. And at the moment, it has lower volume, which is a bit concerning right now. So just wanted to take a little bit of stock of where we are from a bullish case perspective. So this is why this move here to the upside is so important to monitor. Okay, as it's pumping, volume needs to start increasing, superseding this level over here. And I'm specifically looking at exchanges like Binance, Bybit, Coinbase, exchanges that trade a large amount of volume. And that's where I'm monitoring the volume at the moment. And so far, with this nice little pump to the upside, look at how low the volume is compared to over here. So for now, the probabilities are still higher based on volume, that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we go back into a bear market at the moment. And if volume can start increasing, that would be great. Volume just needs to start increasing. Okay. Also, something that I will be looking at is, as price is pumping to the upside, you don't really want to see large consolidation areas. Okay. Not like this. Okay. I mean, this multi-month consolidation area is absolutely insane. If price had to all of a sudden stop and it starts doing this, like what happened over here, you are potentially finished with the bull market. Okay, because this could then be 5, and you are building an ABC or a maybe a B, and a larger C to the downside. You don't want to see large consolidations. You want to see price making small consolidations and continuing the pump to the upside. You see, pump, small consolidation, pump, it's getting smaller. Now you have this aggressive movement. You want to see it continue with small little retracements. It needs to continue. And as long as it can do this upwards, small retracements, upwards, small, and also not just small, short retracements. The retracements can be deep, but they need to be short in time. Okay. We could potentially building that third explosive wave that can take us all the way to $180,000, $300,000. Right, let me go back here onto the 15-minute what is cooking at the moment. Okay, legends, let's go through some comments over here. Theta. Let's go have a look at Theta for the legends over here. Mr. Theta. Ooh. Legends, I just want to see something. Do I have a Theta bag? I'm sure I have a Theta spot bag. I just want to make sure. If I don't have a Theta spot bag, I'm going to be very upset. I'm just checking here quickly. Mr. 𝗬𝗍𝗍, do you have a Theta spot bag? Yes, I do have a Theta spot bag. Absolute insane. Okay, absolutely insane. Right, I mean, legends, quite straightforward. Okay, you broke out, beautiful retest. You made a higher low, and you're now breaking out here to the upside. We are starting to face some resistance over here. So I would expect Theta to start slowing down in this zone over here, around about $1.8. Okay. Or it could do a RS flip. Okay. So it either gets a rejection for a little bit of a slowdown, and maybe it gives us that next opportunity to get into the breakout. Okay. Or it breaks out and it does an RS flip. Breaks out, flips the area into support. Okay, you can then play the breakout once again for more upwards momentum to go and claim the high. But I mean, I am very, very bullish here on the price of Theta. I mean, on the daily time frame, just to show this Elliott wave scenario that I actually did some time ago. I just want to see, why is this third wave so aggressive here to the upside? Oh, I wanted to demonstrate how high the third wave can go. Let me do this. Just go and fix that. Can it be? Can it be? I don't want to be that person that's going to give this target, okay? I don't want to be that person that's going to give this insane target here to the upside. But this is what I saw some other Elliotticians are keeping an eye on, okay? Let me just give it to you over here and say, well, what if, okay? I will give you the more conservative target at the moment, but from a crazy perspective, an absolutely insane perspective, can it be 1, 2, 3, 1.618? That's absolutely insane. I actually don't want to I mean, this is just insane. I don't even want to discuss that. Maybe when it does play out, people will show this live stream and say it, but 𝗬𝗍𝗍 did show us this price action. No one wanted to believe it. So I'd rather go back to the regular scale. Okay, and just look at this little wave here. And let's just go and work out a conservative target here on the price of Theta. So you basically take a fib extension from the low to the high to the low. And I would say a conservative target here for me is $6.1. That's a conservative target. Maximum target, okay, still conservative, $7.4 over here, where this is basically a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, very conservative. And let me just take the pen here out the way. But I mean, it does have the potential to go and claim the highs. This is just my conservative target, where you basically form a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very conservative. But as we all know, if this is an impulsive, strong third wave here to the upside, you never know how high the third wave is going to go. Okay? We as traders never know. It can go to the 1.618, which is my conservative target. It can go to the 2.618, 3.618, 4.618. Ironic how perfectly the 4.618 aligns with the pivot over here, the all-time high. So if I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here, I'm not saying that that is the target and we're going to smack back down. I'm saying that that is my most conservative high time frame target, okay, which I believe we have a high probability in reaching $7.4, but we can go and claim the all-time highs at $15. It is definitely possible, but we do not know as technical traders how explosive the third wave can be to the upside, like I've shown you on 𝗬𝗍𝗄. Okay, I mean, 𝗬𝗍𝗄 went past 5.618. 1, 2, 3. I mean, absolutely insane third wave. And it just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at how explosive the fifth wave was. In massive extended fifth wave here to the upside. And now, okay, this is where things get really crazy here on 𝗬𝗍𝗄. This is now where things get really crazy, because I believe that 𝗬𝗍𝗄 could potentially still go much higher. Okay, this is absolutely insane, because now this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correction, where you now have a 1, 2, and you're still busy building the third wave here to the upside. And where it now gets even more crazy is you take a fib extension from the low of 1 to the high of 5 to the low of 2 over here, and 𝗬𝗍𝗄 has a chance to go and reach the I'm not going to read all the zeros, but the 3291 level over here, where you basically have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it can go and hit 3933. So from where price is at the moment to the 1.618, you're still looking at 59%. To the 2 fib, you're looking at still 90% to the upside. So it can still continue here to the upside for 𝗬𝗍𝗄. Absolutely insane. Okay. Because of that massive third wave that it built. Ooh, are we forming bullish CVD with this retracement? Yes, we are. Okay, so there is some bullish CVD against this pivot building here at the moment. You guys can see triple confirmation at the moment, bullish CVD. So if we take the low, I would expect a successful swing failure pattern. Okay, there's a high chance for it. So we either make a higher low and we go and take the highs once again, or if we have a swing failure from the lows again and you get acceptance back above, okay, that could potentially be another nice long trade to go and claim the highs once again, because we do have some nice bullish CVD at the moment, of which the target is the high. What else? What else? It dropped. Let's build up those shorts so we can go higher. Yes, guys, shorts. I mean, there's just so many shorts, okay? And I mean, this is the beauty about CVD, is that it's showing me what people are doing at the moment. Is this smart money shorting, or is this retail shorting at the moment? And I can see that retail is trying to push the price down here at the moment because smart money is absorbing it. Okay, target is the high. Let's see. If we do come down an SFP from this pivot, because of the bullish CVD, you do increase the probabilities of having a successful SFP to go and claim the highs. I mean, that would be a much better entry over there, right? Great risk to reward. Once again, I mean, how many successful SFPs can you have? Successful SFP, you'll go claim the high. Successful SFP, haven't claimed the high just as yet, but we had upwards momentum here at the moment. Okay, maybe we get another successful SFP and maybe then it will go and claim the high. But you could also just make that a higher low at the moment. I just want to see on the smaller time frames if the structure is bullish. Let's go into the 1 minute, not my favorite time frame, but I just want to look at the structure over here and see if we got a bullish bounce. Yes, I mean, bullish bounces, what I mean by bullish bounces usually is that you get the bounce between the 382 and the 786. That's considered a bullish bounce where you're almost guaranteed to take the high once again. As soon as you tap the 0.88, then you increase the probabilities of taking the low. Okay, but this is a bullish bouncing area where you could go and claim the high once again, and you have bullish CVD building up against those two pivots. So it has a chance. It has a chance. Thank you, lovelies, for your kind support. Sam, pleasure. Oh, I see the mods are helping you out here. What is your third wave target for COTI? Ooh, I have some COTI in my spot bags. I'm very bullish on COTI. Very bullish. I can like to be a little bit too bullish on COTI. Okay. I mean, this is why I am so bullish on COTI. Okay, on the daily time frame. Okay, I mean, you have to acknowledge that here was the bullish structure. Okay, we had the bear market, massive long consolidation area. The longer the consolidation, there's a saying that states in trading, the longer the consolidation, the higher the momentum back to the upside. But I mean, nonetheless, so my minimum target here on the price of COTI is obviously to come and claim this local high over here. But then you can take a fib extension from the low to the high to the low. And my conservative bullish target on COTI is 54 cents. Okay. Yeah, the third wave is most probably going to end over here, but the fifth wave usually ends at the 2 extension. So 54 cents from a conservative perspective. And that is not even claiming the all-time highs. I do believe that COTI is one of those coins that when it rips, it really rips. And I do believe that COTI has the potential to go and claim the 2.618, the 3.618, and I would even be brave enough to say that it even has the potential to go and reach the 4.618. Okay, I know that COTI has the potential to do that. But conservatively, as per your question, 54 cents. And that is still a nice trade here to the upside. Okay, of 4x, still a 4x here to the upside, and then you haven't even claimed the all-time highs from a conservative perspective. And this is why I'm so aggressively tracking on the smaller time frame, 4-hour time frame. This is why I'm so aggressively tracking this momentum, because I don't want to miss this breakout. Okay, the breakout took place, or it's busy taking place over here, and then on the smaller time frames, now I'm tracking the breakout after the breakout. Okay, you already broke out. Can you guys see? You already broke out. You came back for retest. Beautiful 618 when you take a fib from the low to the high. Beautiful 618 retracement. And this could now be the start of impulses back to the upside. So I don't want to miss this trade. Okay. Yes, I've got a leverage trade here at the moment, but from a spot bag perspective, I don't want to miss COTI. I think COTI is going to do some phenomenal things here to the upside. I know Andy's also talking about COTI. I think it has some great potential. Okay, currently breaking the trend. I did tell everyone during the beginning of the live stream that I am inside of a COTI trade. Let me just double check. Yes, I am inside of the... Ooh, nice profits at the moment inside of my COTI trade. Nice profits. Nice profits. Okay, cool. Right, so I mean, that is the leverage trade that I entered over here. Okay, this is the leverage trade that I entered over here. I mean, I know it's a fast stop loss, but I know that it has the potential to come and hit the highs over here. I was just about, where did I get this target? It has the potential to come and claim these highs over here with this trade. And this is why I entered a little bit of a swing trade here to the upside. 3x, 2x, you know, don't go crazy. Small position size, because the percentage, you don't have to go crazy, because the percentage move here to the upside, I mean, that's a 20% trade, right? You don't have to go crazy. Still practice good risk management. But I mean, COTI, very bullish on COTI. Okay. Oh, man. Tap to 0.88 increases the probabilities of taking the low. It's not a guarantee. It's just a game of probabilities. Okay, what is CVD doing? Absolutely bullish here. A massive bullish CVD here at the moment. So, I mean, if we claim that low and we successfully SFP, definitely a long trade that I would be interested in. I might not take it live here because, you know, I'm here on the live stream explaining the scenarios. But if you get a successful SFP from this low, which means it dips below, you're not interested. Not interested. If it gets acceptance back above, okay, price moves above the level, then you know where to put your stop loss. And it has the potential to at least come and claim these lows. So small little scalp trade, but I mean, it has the potential to shoot up over here, even coming to claim these highs. Just massive bullish CVD building here at the moment. Would be interesting to see if we do get a successful SFP. Where did my comments run to? Sorry, mods. Okay, if the CVD breaks, this looks to be going back to the lows of today, maybe. Double bottom, maybe. Yes, I mean, a lot of people, okay, will see this as once you take the low, it invalidates the bullish CVD. I have, from a back testing perspective, and now I'm giving away a lot of alpha because this is actually only for the Legends Pro community. They know that I often speak about this. When you have bullish CVD forming, a lot of people think that you are invalidating it when you take the low. But this increases the probabilities for a successful SFP. If you get it, you have to get the acceptance back above to go and claim the highs. Okay, so there's a little bit of alpha for those of you. What happened? Oh, wow. I thought I lost my stream over here. Cool. So that is the alpha that I want to drop over here. So almost taking the low, or just took the low over there. Could this be the successful SFP here from the low? Right, it literally just tapped it. I would like to see a little bit of a larger wick. That would be nice. I would like, oh, but I mean, on Binance, we didn't claim it yet. We didn't claim it yet on Binance. I would like to see us claim this pivot. Okay. Let's go back here. Just want to see, do we have any other areas of confluence? Take a fib from the low to the high. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, we still have this. I mean, this structure is still bullish. We can still come to the 618. We can still come to the 786. I just don't want us to tap the 0.88. But what is nice that I am seeing, I can like to be seeing a nice little trend forming over here. Go put on your alarm. If you don't know what's going to happen with price to the downside, and what I often like to say is, I don't care what happens to price over here. I wait for the breakout because, I mean, there's been many successful breakouts here to the upside. Okay, I'm not sure if anyone got into this breakout. Look how beautiful, beautiful breakout trade here to the to the upside. You target the highs, you have your stop here below the lows. Beautiful 3.8 risk to reward tick played out. If you missed the SFP, which was a much better entry, you do not know what to do over here. You wait for the breakout. It's a safer trade, but I usually take these trades with less capital, okay, because you have a higher entry and potentially a larger stop loss. So successful trade. If you don't know what to do over here, you wait for the break of the trend. It's a more conservative way of trading, also considered a safer way of trading. Okay, so as long as we are trading below this pivot, I am not interested in a long. Okay, remember, not interested in a long as long as we're trading below this pivot. I will get interested if we get back above. Then I'm interested because then I know where to put my stop loss. Okay, perhaps it's coming for the 618 over here. Perhaps it's coming for the 618. Let's see how this plays out. TAP, please, can you please do TA for TAP? I've never heard about TAP. What is TAP? TAP. TAP USDT. Is this a new coin? I mean, is this it? I can't analyze that. There's nothing to analyze there. Let me try one more time. Tab USDT. Come on. Tap USDT. Maybe I'm just using the wrong exchange. Tap. Let's try Bitget. Ah, that's better. That's better. Man, oh man, what a wiki situation over here. Oh, this is such an ugly chart to analyze. It doesn't look attractive to me at all. Yes, it can pump here to the upside, but I mean, just look at all these wicks. And then you formed a low over here. You know, you want to see how you want to see a floor. You want to see a floor. We've lost the floor over here. And ideally, you want to do an RS flip over here. So if price can come and find consolidation above this low, I would say game on. But it's not a sexy chart, right? It just looks very new, very choppy. It's not a beautiful structure to analyze. It has lost the floor. It is currently trading above, but I mean, it can just do this again. You know, it can just do this. It's sorry, legends, not a beautiful chart to analyze. Very, very ugly, very ugly. Basic technical analysis is, I mean, it doesn't look like it respects technical analysis, but that's your flaw right there. Okay, it needs to hold that zone. And then potentially that's a load up zone for continuation to the upside. Other than that, okay, you broke trend. You can see that you broke trend over there. Lots of wicks, you broke trend. You're currently up to the upside. The target was the high. So from a TP perspective, if you played that breakout, you should have taken profits by the highs. Because I don't know, like I can't analyze the structure. It's just too confusing. Okay, oh, yes, legends, that is the long, right? That is the long. You get acceptance back above. You know where to put your stop loss. Okay, profit-taking area is usually the highs. If you start making berry CVD with the momentum to the upside, okay, you might have to take profits when you take a fib from the high to the low. You take profits by the 618 together with that pivot over there. Okay, so that's what I like to see. This is how we play swing failure patterns. You dip below, you get acceptance back above, you know where to put your stop loss, and right, that is now a trading setup potentially playing out over here. I just want to take this thing out the way. Also, what I wanted to discuss is this 5-wave structure here to the downside. I mean, what absolute beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I entered over there, got stopped out. I re-entered, swing failure as we got acceptance back above. And what an epic trade. I took most of my profits here by the 4th wave, because that's what I do. Usually when you get an ABC, the A wave usually goes to around about the 4th wave. This is why there also the VWAP was over there, if I'm not mistaken. VWAP. Yes, take profits by the VWAP. You got the rejection back to the downside. And then I closed my 𝗖𝗍 trade here by the highs. I closed my 𝗖𝗍 trade over here. But what an epic trade here for the legends here to the upside this morning or a couple of hours ago. Ooh, is this one going to get stopped out? I didn't take this trade, by the way. I mean, I'm busy here with a live stream at the moment. We are trading below the VWAP, which is offering resistance. But yes, you don't win all of them, right? You don't win all of them. That was a successful SFP, and now you get stopped out. You wait for the next trading setup because you don't always win all of them. Okay, hi Devil, can we please look at 𝗖𝗍? Yes, we can look at 𝗖𝗍. I do have a spot back of 𝗖𝗍. Okay, when you guys mention coins that actually has some nice fundamentals, history behind it, then I get excited. Then I really get excited. Way better coins to analyze, okay? I mean, that was your accumulation zone right over there. What a beautiful bullish structure. You broke out, you consolidated, you know, that's where people, that's where smart money buys, you know, that's a accumulation zone. You break out of the the bullish structure, which looks bearish to the downside, and you get acceptance back above the lows. Okay, it's currently just rampaging here to the upside. But I mean, 𝗬cie𝗂𝗿 definitely has the potential to at least come and claim this high, okay, with this breakout here to the upside. At least come and claim 4 cents. Just want to take the scribble here out the way. I can't really, okay, I can't really give you a price target because of this low. It's not a bullish bounce. So I can't take a fib extension from the low to the high to the low because this low took this low. So the only thing you can really do over here is to say that, well, okay, you take a fib extension. Holy crap. Okay, it gets really bullish here to the upside. You take a fib from the highs, or even this pivot over here from the high to the low, and you start taking profits on the way up. Okay, because this 1, 2 doesn't make sense because you took the lows. So it's not a valid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not a valid Elliott wave scenario to the upside. So in that case scenario, all you can do as a trader, look for areas of support and resistance. Okay, there's resistance, there's resistance, there's resistance. 618, we all know the golden zone, 618, and then maybe you leave some of the levels open for higher levels. But I mean, you know, these are all great profit taking areas because I cannot calculate a bullish structure based on this, or a target based on the price action over here. But I do have a spot bag of 𝗬cie𝗂𝗿. I do think that it can do some amazing things here to the upside. So far, this structure here looks bullish. Okay, broke out, consolidated, and it could potentially come and claim these pivots. 618, there's resistance there by the 618, but I think it has a chance to come and claim the high at 44 cents. Just want to see what's cooking here on the smaller time frames. Okay, also I've been tracking this momentum here to the upside. It's still holding trend. There was a nice little breakout. Okay, beautiful breakout. You claim the high, successful trade in the bag. Okay. Oh, this is very ugly. To get into a trade over here, very ugly. I know 𝗬cie𝗂𝗿 is not one of the best coins from a day trading perspective because it has a lot of wicks to the up and to the downside. This was a very nice one that formed here, but this, I do nothing. I sit on my hands. There's a no trading zone there for me at the moment. Oh, Bitcoin fell here to the downside. So one stoppage over here. Okay, let's see. I like this pivot as a next target. Okay, this pivot is a nice pivot over here for SFP. Cool. What else? What else? Legends, remember, if you'd like to come and trade all of these beautiful altcoins that I'm providing you, technical analysis, showing you guys the potential targets for the bull run here to the upside. Down in the description of this video, I've got Bluffin. They've got the competition running at the moment. That's also where you get the 10% cash back for the money that you deposit into your features account. Amazing deal here on Bluffin at the moment. I've got weeks as well. Only need an email and a password to sign up there. Very fast sign up process. One of the exchanges with the lowest fees. I really enjoy exchanges like this with low fees for high leverage positions. Okay. And obviously I've got Bybit and 𝗞𝗅𝗍 as well that I do a lot of trading on as well. So legends, use the links down in the description to qualify for the biggest bonuses and lowest trading fees. That is unfortunately all I have time for today. The next long setup, I'm waiting for this pivot. Let's see how we react over here. Okay, do we have bullish CVD? That's the question. Do we have bullish CVD building up against this pivot? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay, so CVD is absolutely bullish here. Okay, The one thing that I am noticing over here, legends, is that the last bullish chance we have here to the upside is, I mean, keep an eye on the trend. Okay, you don't care what happens over here. You keep an eye on the trend and you play the breakout, like what happened over here. You play the breakout, you claim the high, successful trade in the bag. If you don't know what's going to happen over here, you want to be conservative and have a more confirmed trade to the upside. Wait for the break of the D-line strategy. What I don't like, okay, if the last bullish structure that I see here to the upside is a 1 2 1 2, and this has to be the maximum target. If we're going to take this pivot, we most likely going down. Okay, so it has to bounce here by $90 or $90,000, 123 as a maximum target, and that's the next area that I'm looking at. Okay, we have to get a bounce there. Maximum target 786. When you take a FIP, actually the FIP needs to be from this pivot. Can't take the FIP from that pivot. It has to be, because if this is a 1 2 1 2 786 together with that pivot is your maximum target. If we're going to start dancing around here at this, the 0.88, you increase the probabilities of coming to take the lows. Okay, so we do have some bullish CVD that's forming at the moment. Just want to see something. It's not a contracting diagonal. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. It doesn't really look impulsive to the downside, because with this move here to the downside, the impulse was done with higher volume. This looks more corrective because of the volume, but I mean, we have a very important level that we're approaching right now. Okay, so last bullish line in the sand for potential to come and claim the high. And basically, if you take that low, you're going down lower. Okay, because then there's no more 1 2 1 2. It is one. It's most probably an ABC to the upside, 3-wave structure, and this is going to start creating impulses back to the downside. Cool, legends. Smash up the like. Hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Thanks for joining the live stream with me here today, and that is unfortunately all I have time for. Have a great evening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers for now.